Yeah, so everybody is able to see my screen, right?
Yes, David.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. So today I'll be presenting about the topic as fiscal year variant. So as you know, it's one of the baseline configuration. It is called as fiscal year variant. It is also one of the variant principle. It comes under the variant principle. So today the topic is fiscal year variant. So what is fiscal year variant? Fiscal year variant is nothing but it's the like in SAP term it is called as fiscal year variant, but in normal layman language it's the financial year. Okay, so what is the use of this? So the main purpose of financial year is like we prepare this financial reports, right, for our business or for stakeholders and everything. So on what basis do you prepare this report? On the basis of this financial year. So in fiscal year variant, so there are like normal financial year contains 12 periods. So for example, see in the financial year it may be Jan to December, or it may be like April to March, or it may be like October to September or something like that. So there are various different financial year as per their countries, right? So for that there are 12 periods, plus there are four special periods. So what do you mean by special periods is, like for example, see your normal period is Jan to December, but when you do your financial closing, right, so there may be so many things like you may not have completed during that period. So in order to do some adjustment you need this special periods. So normal period it starts from 1 to 12, in the sense like, see, January will be your first period, February will be your second period, March will be your third period. So like this is the normal period, and special period is from, in SAP language it's from 13 to 16. So in SAP you can use special period functionality to accommodate and to differentiate year-end adjustment entries. So what are all the year-end adjustment entries? Like for example, any provisional entries, or any tax adjustment entries, or any audit adjustment entries. So these are various types of entries which you will be like doing in these special periods. Okay, so we can have a maximum up to 4 special periods in SAP. So the period is from 13 to 16, and at the time of data entry, we need to fill the posting date should be the last period of the fiscal year. So this thing, when I'll be explaining in the system, so you will get to know better. Okay, so but currently you just know that. So whenever we will be doing the special posting, right, special period posting, we will always keep the last period of the financial year. So for example, if it is Jan to December, so the last date, so if it is 31st December, we will be putting that date, but the posting period will not be 12, it will be 13 or else 14 or else whatever in between this range from 13 to 16. So this is what it is about, the first slide. So if you have any questions you can ask me. Okay, so if there is no question, so I'm going forward. So as I said, whatever entry we are doing in this special periods, so I have given few examples, like these are the few entries we will be doing, like for any audit adjustment. So if the audit is going on, right, and the audit team says that no, like you have to make some changes, like if you have done some entry and you don't remember where that particular amount has gone, so you create a miscellaneous account. Okay, but later on you came to know that yeah, this expense was related to this particular thing. So that all things you will be doing the adjustment in that special periods. So in SAP there are two types of fiscal year variant. Okay, one is calendar year and one is non-calendar fiscal year. So what do you mean by calendar and non-calendar? Calendar year is nothing but our normal periods. Okay, from Jan to December is our calendar fiscal year. And what do you mean by non-calendar fiscal year? It's like it divert from the normal periods. Like for example, instead of Jan to December, it will be either April to March or July to June or else October to September. So this is the non-calendar. Non-calendar means the normal 12 periods, right? It will not fall under that normal 12 periods, but it will fall except that 12 periods from means like for example this is 2023, right? So it will fall in 2024. Half the periods will fall in 2023, half the periods will fall in 2024. So that is non-calendar fiscal year. Another thing is there in SAP called as shortened fiscal year. So what do you mean by this shortened fiscal year? So as we all know, shortened fiscal year is the year in which the number of periods are less than 12 months. So normally in a year there are 12 posting periods, but in shortened fiscal year, the posting periods are less than 12 months or else 12 periods. So I'm just give an example for you to like know, like for example, see, this is August month and you have started a business in this month, like you have started a new business. So as per Indian fiscal year, you will be following April to March. But since it's already August month, so you can be creating a fiscal year from April to March. So when will you be creating? You will be creating from April 2024 to March 2025. Okay, so but currently from August till April 2024 you will be doing your business, right? So for that purpose you will be using this shortened fiscal year. So from August till March 2024 you will be creating a short fiscal year to do your financial entries and all. After that you can change from April to March. So I think so you are able to understand, right, everyone? Or any doubt? Hello?
No, Jit.
Yeah, thank you. And so, as I said, so this was about the shortened fiscal year. So I am talking about another concept is called as the year shift indicator. So these all are one topics. Like for example, under fiscal year. So what is fiscal year? What do you mean by normal periods? What do you mean by special periods? What are the types of fiscal year variant like calendar year, non-calendar year? What do you mean by this shortened fiscal year? So these are the subtopics under the fiscal year. So another one topic is year shift indicator. So as I said you, right, see, one is your Jan to December is your normal what do you say, fiscal year or calendar month. Another is your April to March or else July to June. So in this scenario, you will have to use this year shift indicator. See, in case of calendar fiscal year, not applicable year shift indicator. In the sense means, whenever you are creating any fiscal year for calendar year from Jan to December, you don't need any shift indicator, right? Because the main purpose is of shift indicator is in case of non-calendar year. So see, this all is theoretical. When I'll explain in the system, so you'll get a better understanding. But now you just remember that shift indicator is only for calendar year. Year shift indicator is not applicable for calendar year, whereas in non-calendar year it is applicable. So I've given a note. You see, you need to use the year shift indicator to bring the different calendar year or periods under one fiscal year for non-calendar fiscal year. So year shift adjust fiscal year with plus and minus. So how will you be doing this fiscal year like year shift indicator? Either you will be putting plus or else you will be putting minus. So I've given an example. So normal periods, if you can see here in one Excel sheet. So see, this is a normal period. So normal period in the sense means we are in 2023, right? So see, this is Jan to December. So here it's Jan to December days. These are the number of days in each and every period or every month. and these are the periods. There total 12 periods. And what do you mean by non-calendar fiscal year or else non-calendar fiscal year variant is this? The norm fiscal year is starting from 2023. Sorry, I gave you 2021. Okay, so you can take a example. This is just an example. Okay, so I have done some mistake here. Actually, sorry. So, for example, your fiscal year is 2023. Okay, so your first period will start from, as per Indian fiscal year, it's April to March. So your first period will start from 1/4/2023. Okay, so from March, sorry, April will be your first period, then May will be your second period. But in this case, if you see, in this case, January is your first period. Okay, Feb is your second, March, April is your fourth period. But here, if you see, April is being your first period. The reason is that your financial year is starting from April, not from Jan to December. So that is the reason your April month will be your first posting period. So from April 2023 till 2024 is your financial year. So you will be doing the posting from April 2023 to March 2024. But see, if you do the posting from 2023, so in SAP it follows only the calendar year. So it will come to know that till December 2023 you are using the year shift indicator here, see 000. Then how come the system will come to know that the remaining periods it's falling in 2024, but the system will only pick up 2023 because it follows only the calendar year. So for that purpose, in order to differentiate, I told here, right? So you can see here, we use this year shift indicator with plus or minus to show that. So for example, see from 2024 Jan, 2024 Feb, 2023 March. So these three are falling in next calendar year, not this current calendar year. So for that purpose, to make system know that no, this belongs to 2023, not 2024. So we will be using this -1 indicator. And another one is there is difference between year dependent and year independent. So year dependent is nothing but our calendar year. Okay, so the month end or year end is as per calendar month or year. That is normal. Like every year, your last working financial closing is on 31st Jan or 28th Feb till 31st December. So every year, your like the number of month in that calendar year or posting period will be same. So see, if it is August, then it's 31. It doesn't changes. It remains constant. But whereas year dependent means every year the number of days keep on changing. So for example, see, for you're in August month, okay, so your company is for saying that every last Friday, okay, every last Friday is our closing period. So I've given here example also. See, every last Friday is the last day of that period. So instead of closing on 31st of August, they are saying that every last Friday they will be following this year dependent. So this is the day when they will be closing their books of that particular month. So see, in August, last Friday is on 25th. But in September, if you see, okay, so what is the last Friday is on 29th. It's not on 25th. See, here it's on 25th, but here when you see it's on 29th. So if the number every year the number of days keep on changing. So for 2024 also if you see, okay, so 2024 August, see, in 2023 last Friday was on 25th, but see in August 2024 the last working day is on this last Friday, which is falling on 23rd. Okay, so the meaning of this is that the number of days keeps on changing. It's not fixed. But whereas in year independent, the number of days or number of periods in that particular month or year, it remains fixed. So this is about the year dependent and year independent. Any doubt?
No.
Okay, so if no doubt is there, so I'm going to the for another slide. So regarding the document I have prepared for this fiscal year variant. So this is the you can go through the T code also, or else here is the transaction code, or else you can go through the menu path also, like through the IMG screen, which is for the consultants. So through that also you can go. So here I have shown the screenshot also, like how you can go. So first, either you can go through this menu path, or else you can go through this code also. Okay, so here first you have to maintain the fiscal year variant. So I'll be showing all this in the system also. I have prepared this document for your reference, so you can follow this thing and do the configuration. So this is a configuration document. So by following these steps, you can like create the fiscal year variant, and you can assign that variant to the company code. Okay, so this is the document here. So now I will be showing you in the system. Okay, so that you will now get a better understanding. So either you can use this T code OB29, okay, which will take you directly to this fiscal year screen, or else you can use this T code. So once you open this IMG screen, so here you can see, right? So here there is financial accounting. Under that you can see this ledgers, right? You have to click on this financial account global settings, then you can click on this ledgers. Then you see here is a like subheading called as fiscal year and posting periods. So once you click this, so here there is like maintain fiscal year variant, assign company code to fiscal year variant. So these are the two things which we will be doing now. So first we will be creating a fiscal year variant. So as per I have shown here in the document, so as per SAP there are some standard fiscal year variant. Okay, so if we are following K4, so it's for Jan to December. See, it's here calendar year, 4 special periods. So as I told you, right, that about the special periods, and this is for the variant those who are using only calendar year. Okay, so those companies like they are following Jan to December, so they will be using K4, and this K1, K2, K4, these all are SAP standard only. These all are same only, just the difference is that here the number of special periods here you can maintain as 4, or else if you don't want all the 4 special periods, you want only one special period, company like your business saying that no, we require only one, so you can use this K1. If your company is saying no, I want only to keep 2 special periods open, so you can use K2. So these are the standard one for the calendar year, like from Jan to December. And if we are using non-calendar year, like for any reporting purpose or any country specific, like if India is they are saying that no, we have the prepare the reports as per financial year April to March. So, and there is another predefined SAP fiscal year variant code as V3. See here it's April to March. So this is also the same thing. So here you can create April to March as V3, or else if your company is following October to September or July to June, so this is V6. So these are some of the predefined SAP like what you say standard fiscal year variants. I have given the screenshot also. So if you want, you can see here the screenshots. So here also I've maintained everything. See like V3, V6, V9. So for various fiscal years, you will be maintaining this. So the purpose of this is nothing but to maintain your either it's belongs to the calendar year. If it belongs to calendar year, you will be using Jan to December. Or if it is apart from your calendar year, like April to March or June to July, then you will be using July to June, or else October to September. Then you will be using this all variants. You can also create your own if you want. Like the same thing, whatever is there here, it will get copied. Just a naming convention will be different. Like client will be saying that no, I want a different fiscal year variant. I don't want to use this V6 as per their naming convention. Also, you can create your own fiscal year variant. Like for example, you can, like you are following April to March. Okay, so you can, or else Jan to December. You can just click here. You can deselect everything, or else it will throw error. So you just click on this calendar year K4. You are using Jan to December. You just click here, copy, and then here you will be able to change the name as per client requirement. You can keep it. Okay, so click here. Okay, so since this is the calendar year, you no need to define any periods. Periods in the sense, see, periods cannot be maintained for calendar dependent financial year variance. It means that this whatever periods is there from Jan to December, it's the standard one, right? You no need to create. When will be creating periods? See, periods 1 to 12. So it's falling in that same year. So you no need to create any extra periods. When you will be creating that extra periods, you will be creating when it's the non-financial year. So if it is from April to March, right? So in that scenario, you will be creating this year shift. So I'll show you one, so you get to understand. See, this is April to March. When here you click, here it's showing the periods. The reason you are mentioning the periods here is because your fiscal year is in two different years, not in that same single year. 2023 half the fiscal year periods are there, in 2024 half the fiscal year periods are there. But through this year shift indicator, you will be telling your this SAP system will come to know that no, through this year shift indicator it belongs to 2023, it doesn't belongs to 2024. So the concept of this plus and minus is, I'll show you an example. Okay, so plus in the sense like you are using April to March. Okay, so since you are using this April to March, so as per your financial year, April will be your first period. Okay, so since this is your first period, 1, 2, 3, like April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So this is falling within that same fiscal year 2023, and this is falling in 2024. These three periods like January, February, March. So this is falling in the next period. So if we put this -1, so this period is 2024. So system will, what will do, it will do -1. So 2023 minus, sorry, 2024 -1 is 2023. See, 2024 -1. So actually it's 2023. You are preparing the report for 2023, but since that this 3 months is falling in 2024, then you will be telling the system no, this belongs to 2023, it's not for 2024. So in that scenario you will be using -1. When you will be using +1, so for example you are using 2023, this is the same scenario. Okay, you are using 2023. Company is saying no, I don't want to use 2023, I want to use only 2024. So I know, so in that scenario actually you are posting in 2023, but if you give this +1, right, here you are giving 000, means it belongs to same year. But here you will giving +1, like you will be posting in 2023, but the indicator will be, instead of -1, you will be giving here +1. So once you give +1, then system will come to know that yes, this all belongs to 2024, not 2023. And another example I had given, right, for this shortened fiscal year. So your company, they are following Jan to December. Okay, and company saying from 2024 onwards they will be using April to March. So from 2024 there are 3 months, right? January, February, March. So this is called a shortened fiscal year. So these 3 periods you will be creating a shortened fiscal year, and from April 2024 onwards you will be using your actual financial year, what is as per your company requirement. So these 3 months you will be doing your entries, right? So how will you maintain that entries? So you will be maintaining through this shortened fiscal year. So shortened fiscal year you will be creating for this month, and then after that from 2024 you can create your fiscal year from 2024 till 2025. So you will be using from April to March. So is everyone clear, or any doubt is there? You can ask me if you have doubt. If not,
No,
Please ask.
no, Jitish.
Please ask
No,
if you have
Jitish.
any doubt. Jitish, I have one doubt. So, if I want to create a certain fiscal year, so there is a calendar. If you go in OB29, please go to OB29 T code. So, can I directly come back? I one step. Let's say your V3 is your shortened fiscal year. Okay. So, how should I go to shortened fiscal year? Do I need to click year dependent or calendar year? So, I mean, shortened fiscal year is a year dependent or it is calendar year? Just a minute.
oh, yeah.
So, sorry, Jitish. Yeah, Jitish. So, shortened fiscal year is a year dependent or calendar year, or it is not, both of this not.
Sir, it's neither both of that, sir.
Okay, so can you create one shortened fiscal year then?
Okay. So for example, it's now it's August, right? So if you're using like Jan to December, so for example, sorry, I'm really sorry. So if you're using from April to March, the fiscal year is April to March, and you want to create a shortened fiscal year. So see, now it's August, right? So you want to create your fiscal year from April to March from 2024 onwards. So now from August till like March 2024, you can create a certain fiscal year. So you can use this also, like
See what error is, what it is telling. It is telling shortened fiscal year should be year dependent. Then only it will allow you to go in that folder.
fiscal year variant paper is not year dependent. Okay.
So if you want to define shortened fiscal year, then you must tick the year dependency. RA is there, no? RA. RA is shortened year dependent. Somebody had ticked RA. There are somewhere RA I have seen. See, RA is ticked, right? Year dependent. Now if you take select RA and go to year dependent, it will allow you to go. See, you got it, na? Hit enter and then age many age you want to define month in that new entries, and that many month you can give there. So what I'm trying to tell, certain fiscal year is always year dependent. Okay, year dependent. Because why it is year dependent? Reason being, it is only for 1 year, right? Correct now, it is only for 1 year, that whatever certain fiscal year you are going to decide, it may be only applicable for one fiscal year, right? After that it will be normal. Correct now,
Yes, sir.
with
Yeah.
this.
Yes, sir.
So certain fiscal year is a year dependent always. And go again in fiscal year variant. Jitish, I have one more doubt. So there is year dependent calendar. Can you select both at a time, Jitish?
Both actually, I no, you can't select both at a time.
It will not allow. Either you have to select year dependent or you have to select calendar year, or
Correct.
don't select any, but both you should not select. Okay, it will not allow. Okay, na?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my question. Yeah. Thank you, Jitish. Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody has any other question?
Okay.
Okay,
If
Jitish,
there
please
is
proceed.
no question, so I can give another example also. So for example, you see, you since I told you from next year, from 2024 onwards, you will be creating your fiscal year variant as April to March, but current in 2023 you are using Jan to December. So these 3 months you will be creating January, February, March as your short end fiscal year, which is year dependent because it belongs to that particular year. You are not like we are creating it just for a particular interval period of time, so it becomes year dependent. You are not going to create it every year. So since it's in 2024 and your system is like your company wants, no, I want to show this fiscal year as 2025. So you can show here as 2025 because system already you have created here as 2024. So you can give here as your from April onwards, you can give here +1. So +1 means 2024 +1 is 2025. So you want to show your fiscal year as 2025, not 2024. If you give here 2024, then here it will be 000. Only remaining here it will be -1. But you want to show as complete as 2025. And since you have already created here under 2024 fiscal year, so you can't create again 2024. So your company is saying as per 2025 I want to show your fiscal year. So you can give here +1 from April onwards. You can give +1 and here you have to give -0. Actually here it will be -1. So as per April to March, see, you don't get confused. See here it's 2023 and 2024 you're giving this indicator to know that this belongs to the previous year. But companies say you have already created here, right? See, you have already created 2024. Company is saying I don't want 2024 and only 2025, and SAP will not allow also you to create again in 2024. That is the reason you can give here as year shift indicator as +1 and remaining that next year 3 months, right, in 2025 you can give here as 0. If you give +1, then this 2024 will become 2025. So this is about the fiscal year variant. It's nothing, okay, it's just simply you have to create this fiscal year variant and you have to assign to your company codes. Okay, the reason is that you are creating your financial statements or financial reports as per this fiscal year. So whatever this fiscal year, right, another thing is that you have to, once you create this fiscal year variant, you have to assign to the company code, because if you don't assign to the company code, then that fiscal year variant you are creating for what company code. For example, if you are creating for Samsung India one fiscal year variant and you are creating another variant for USA, that is not like different calendar year. This is calendar year for US, and for Indian it's non-calendar year. So you have to assign to that company code stating that, sir, this belongs to this company because this is using a different fiscal year and this is using a different fiscal year. So these are the two steps we have to maintain. And the effect of this is when you do any postings, right? If, for example, if you go on FB50, so here you will be doing the posting C. So currently in this company, they are using what you say Jan to December. Okay, sorry, April to March. So as per April to March, if you see, I am posting a document. Okay, so today is 5th. Sorry, I'm just showing you one. Just so you will come to know how the effect is. See, you can see here, since I'm posting the document, so actually if you say this is August month, right? You will be thinking that no, this August month, then this belongs to 8th period, but this is not 8th period, this is 5th period. The reason is that we are using April to March. So April is your first period, then May is your second, June third, fourth is your July, fifth is your August. So we'll be posting in the fifth period, not in the eighth period. So this is the difference between, like in system you will be saying that I'm posting on the fifth period and you are posting in eighth period. This is the documented, this is not a posting period. Through this posting period you are saying that this fiscal year belongs to April to March, not from Jan to December. So this I wanted to show you. So this is how fiscal year works. And this fiscal year effect will be when you will be doing your general entries, or you will be doing the posting period variant, or whatever the number ranges. In that also you will be using this fiscal year variant. So for example, I'll show you here OB52. See here, when you are maintaining your open periods and close periods, here also you are maintaining the year, right? So the effect also comes here. So here also you'll be using the fiscal year variant. So these are the places where you will be using this fiscal year, and the uses of that is nothing but to create the financial report. So that is all from my end. So I just wanted to ask a few questions from business to understand how they want to create this fiscal year variant. So how many fiscal year variant would you like to create? Like for example, I'll ask you in the sense, like for example, like you want to create fiscal year variant, only one fiscal year variant, or you want to create different, like as like I have Samsung company, right? So since Samsung, they are using one like chart of account and all, they want to show one report in the month of Jan to December as a consolidated report. So everybody will be using Jan to December. And if you have any like country specific, in like India country, they for income tax they will tell no, we want the reporting in April to March. So if you want, I will be able to create a different fiscal year, and in that fiscal year I'll be able to show the reporting in the month of April to March. So can you let me know what is your requirement?
So Jitish, I want same what is there in my legacy system.
Okay, so you'll be using the same fiscal year whatever you have been using right now in your
Yeah.
legacy system. Okay, so in that sense, for example, if you're using Jan to December, so I'll be creating the same fiscal year variant. So
Yes.
what type of fiscal year variant do you require, like calendar year or non-calendar year? If calendar year means Jan to December, and non-calendar year means whatever the country specific requirement is there. So if it is non-calendar year, I have to do the settings as per that in the system. So if it is like,
Same. So in the legacy, if I'm following calendar, non-calendar, same I'll follow. So some
okay,
market I may be following calendar, some market I may be following non-calendar. Then in some market I may be following July to June, June to July. Now you have talked about year shift concept. Okay, that's few months. Right now we are reporting like 2020 to 2023. That kind of reporting we are doing. And from your presentation, I got to know that only one fiscal year comes in the SAP. So therefore, you are doing something plus minus in year shift, right? Now,
yeah.
what you suggest? What you suggest? Let's say in one country, in Australia, I have some company course. There we are following June to July. So what you suggest? You suggest plus one scenario or minus one scenario for us, because we are very new to this fiscal year determination concept. So what you suggest? Which will be best, and my implementation, and I will not face any issue in the future. So what you suggest?
Okay, so if it is June to July, then I'll
Hmm.
suggest you to go with the plus indicator. So for
Okay.
example, like see, this is 2023, right? So Again, your fiscal year report is from 2023 June to 2024 July. So what you will do is like you can create the indicator as +1 so that your reporting will be on 2024. So you can see your reporting as per the calendar year 2024, not 2023.
Then what will happen to my 2023 months, whichever are there in 2023 from June to December? So what will happen for them if I'm only able to report 2024? Then what will happen my other months which are in 2023? Will they come in my report or
Yeah,
they'll be
see,
excluded?
the 2023 is just like you will be doing the transaction, it will get recorded. Just
Hmm.
that the fiscal year will change, but the transaction and all will be recorded. It's the same thing, right?
Okay, so you mean that my transaction will be coming from July to June. Only my fiscal year will be showing instead of 2023 for 2023 months, it will also come like 2024. That is what you're telling?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay, okay, good. Okay. Yeah, anybody has any other questions? Yeah, anybody has any other questions? Okay, then, Jitish, yeah,
Yeah,
please continue.
and again, then we have the concept as I told you about the special periods. So special periods is nothing like I showed you, right? In this NOB 52. Also, you can see here what is this meaning of this special period here also, or else in that what I told you when creating the fiscal year variant, right? In OB 29. So the purpose of this is for the year end. So year end adjustment. So you can't complete every entries as per like Jan to, if you are following Jan to December, you can't do everything within that month. There will be some miscellaneous expenses or any activity you have to do after your fiscal year is over. So for example, I'll show you here. See, the total fiscal year is from April to March. Okay, so this is April to March. So from April to March, you will be doing the postings. Okay, but this special periods, it will come after your this Feb month is over. Sorry, March month is over. Okay, so your March month is on 2024, your March month is going to end. So from 2023 till 2024 March, whatever entries you have done, if any adjustment is required as per that financial year statement, then you can post in the next 4 periods. You will be thinking, see here it is March, sorry, April, May, June, July. It is falling 24, but this doesn't mean that it belongs to 2024. Here, these 4 periods are open for you to do the special period postings. So as per your convenience, either you want to like open one posting period or second, or you have to open all the four. But this belongs to 2023. Okay, it's not 2024. You are doing in April, May, June, July, but this belongs to the year 2023, not 2024. So any year end adjustment if you want, I can help you do the like I can do the business requirements and do the configuration as well as per your requirements. So what all special periods will you be using? Like you use all the four or only few of them?
Okay, Jitish, so you are telling that the 13, 14, 15, 16 a special period I have to use in the May, June, July. That is what you are telling.
Yeah, once you have to use in May, June, July, but the date will be your last fiscal year financial date.
So I use all 13, 14, 15, 16 in the month of uh, May only or in the month of April only all. Let's say my fiscal year over in the March month, right?
Yeah.
Then you are giving me another 4 special periods. So you are telling that first special period I have to use in the April, second I have to use in the May, third I have to use in the June,
No,
fourth I have to
no,
use in the July.
it is not like you like it's compulsory. If you want, you can use all the periods in one single month also.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, good. That is what my confirmation, because once I close my March month, March is my last day of the last fiscal year. I will never allow any adjustment posting till July month. You're getting not till 4 month. I'll never allow my adjustment posting. But what I have understood, you are telling that a special 4 period from 13 to 16 I have to use April, May, June, July. So that is where I got confusion. So can I use all these 4 special period in the April month itself, or I cannot use?
No, no, you can use, sir.
Okay, 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 fine.
Yeah, and one last question, just like as I said, if you want, you can create your own fiscal year variant instead of using the SAP S standard one. Own variant in the sense means just the naming will be different, but all the data and information you need to copy from fiscal year variant from the standard one, because it's the best practices from SAP. So if you follow that, then it will be like helpful for the business also. So that is one thing also you can let me know if you want to create the naming convention as per your name or different.
Okay, so this fiscal year variant is a consultant job or business job?
No, this is a consultant level job.
Okay, so you just want all this input from our side to configure, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, good, good.
Okay.
Anybody has any other question, please? Anybody has any other question? Anybody has any question? Okay. Okay.
No, sir.
You are done now, Jitish?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Jitish. It was really nice and detailed presentation. Uh, it was really nice. It was you have no you people. I one thing very good thing is that when you give presentation, you people are not sounding like freshers. So that is very one plus point. Second point, Jitish, see, you have taught us like you are giving like KT to us. That is separate thing. Okay, that you step by step you are telling to us. You are like teaching us. That is one objective. But when you give presentation to the client for the requirement gathering for the fiscal year variant, you tell me what, how much information you have to tell them, how much you'll be telling, because definitely they will be not, this is your job, it is your consultant job, so they will not be much interested inside and inside, right? So
Yeah.
because as a business who have never seen SAP screen, they will not understand at all. So as a consultant, tell me exactly what information you will try to extract from the business as a part of requirement gathering, so that you can finish your fiscal year variant setting. So what is that information you'll be looking for?
So
Hmm?
I'll be looking for like the information like will the fiscal year variant like will be they using the standard one or else like what or a different fiscal year, like for example if all there are like 8 companies they have, so will
Mm-hmm.
be they following the standard fiscal year like from 1 Jan to December, or as per
Mm-hmm.
like any ledger specific requirements like non-leading ledger, or if they want a different fiscal year for reporting purpose like as per their local tax requirement or anything,
Mm-hmm.
so they want me to create a different fiscal year. So the
Mm-hmm.
fiscal year uses is that, right? So for
Mm-hmm.
financial reporting, one for as a group as a whole, and one
Mm-hmm.
for like as per the specific country
Mm-hmm.
local reporting. So that is the main requirement I want from them.
Okay, so in summary, what you will ask, please, because this is what, see, when you go for requirement gathering, you should not confuse your business. You have to give the information what is required to them to understand, so that you their job also become easy, your job also become easy. So if you want to configure fiscal year variant, you are telling that I may have leading and non-leading ledgers, right? So
Yeah.
leading ledger for group and non-leading ledger for local reporting purposes. So what you are telling, that you will be collecting the fiscal year variant for the leading ledger, and you'll also be collecting local fiscal year variant for local reporting purpose, right? That is what you're telling, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So in summary, what you'll ask, that's what I'm telling. So what can you summarize it, please? Because that is what I'm trying to understand. Because if you give all this information, they will definitely go mad. Client will go mad here and there. So exactly what information you'll collect from them? Let's say what information you'll collect from me if you want to configure fiscal year variant. What you'll collect exactly? So one point I cleared. So let's say I told that okay, for group reporting purpose or consolidation for leading ledger, I want to follow calendar year, and wherever I have, let's say generally they don't go for multiple fiscal year, but even for local also, but let's say I'm telling in this way, wherever I have local, let's say I have branches in India, so I want to follow April to March. I have branches in Malaysia, or let's say in Australia, so I want to follow July to June. I have branches in UK, so I want to follow April to March. There also April to March. So this is what I'm telling. So one group level, one individual level, I'm so telling whichever country following whatever fiscal year variant. Apart from that, what you'll ask then? It is once you get this information, what next question you'll ask? Is it enough? Whatever I told, will you be able to do the config with this, or you need any further information also from the business? Hello?
Yeah, I think so. Further information is required.
What is that further information required?
So I'll ask them what fiscal year you are using in your old system and what you want in the new one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. So you'll be reading the ages and you'll be telling them this is what you're following, and either you want to continue same or you want to make any changes. That is what you'll be asking.
Yes.
Confirmation.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. And then plus minus wala concept you need to ask. Okay, that is also important. Year shift also you have to ask them. Hmm?
Yes, sir. Yeah. That also I'll
Okay.
be asking regarding the year shift indicators. Yeah.
Okay, na? So that is important. So I mean, whenever you go for business requirement gathering, you need to be very careful what you really need in order to config. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You're getting na. And a special period wala Jitish, we by default give 4. Okay, we generally don't
Yes,
ask
sir.
with the business, huh?
That
By
actually.
default we give 4. Okay, by default we give 4. Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
we
That
don't collect. If
on.
required, we can make them understand this is the feature given in SAP, but we don't ask generally that either you want 1 2 3 4, because most of the time I'm not telling you cannot ask, you can ask also, but most of the time we by default we give 4. Okay, na Jitish?
Yes, sir. That concept actually I wanted to understand a little bit, just little bit only. So that
Huh.
4 periods, right, sir?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that periods, like actually I thought I told wrong. So like for example, it's April to March. So that remaining you told right for like June, July, August, September, that 4 periods.
Hmm.
So I will be doing the posting only in the month of May, right, sir? All.
No, first of all, those fourth periods, special period, are not part of any particular month. Like you are telling after March, there is April, May, June, July. So they are not related to any particular month. Okay, na? They are
Okay.
not part of any calendar months. You're getting, na?
Okay. Okay.
Like say, like let's say you're following Jan to December fiscal year, then 13 period is next year January, then 14 in next year February. Not like that. Next year January, next fiscal year month. Is that clear? First of all,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
so a special period is on top of your 12 month. Okay, on top of your normal 12 month SAP has given. They are not part of any calendar
Okay.
months
Okay.
or
Okay.
any you're getting na. But how you do the posting, that is important. So when you do the posting in the special period, your posting date should be last date of the last month of the last fiscal year. Okay,
Yeah,
is
sir.
that
It's
clear?
like last day, like compulsory, or like in that last, for example, March month. Okay.
Any, तो any date you can give, any date you can give, no problem. Okay, any date you can give.
Okay, sir.
Okay, any
Yeah.
date you can give, but you make sure that last month, last date, last fiscal year date should be given, and fiscal year sorry, and a special posting period you must type manually in the period. There will be period option, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct,
Yeah.
huh?
Yes.
So there you have to type. Now question arises, why do, so example you have given very rightly, few examples you have given, why do you need a special posting period? Reason being, your your fiscal year is already closed and you don't want to disturb to your normal posting periods, therefore you are posting in the special posting periods. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got it.
okay na. So that is very very important part of the special periods. Anybody has any other doubts? Anybody has any other doubts? Hmm? Anybody has any doubts? So you understood what is year shift, then what is year dependent, year independent, then certain fiscal year, all these thing terminology, did you understand? One more thing, sorry, Jitish, the four special periods are there, right? So you are doing the any year end adjustment. So if you need, it may be your business practices. Let's say last fiscal year, let's say you're following Jan to December. So let's say January, February, March. Let's say you are only bifurcating January, February, March. Any adjustment you want to post in the 13 period, then April, May, June, July. Three months you can post in one special period. That is your practice, but there is no any limitation or compulsory. Is that clear,
Yes, sir.
Jitish?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It is up to you how you want to adjust. Okay, let's say you have that practice, the 3 month first 3 periods of the fiscal year, I'll post any adjustment missed, I'll post in the 13 period. Again next 3 months I'll post any adjustment missed in the 14 special period. That is up to you how you want to design it, but there is no any hard and fast rule. Why reason? Generally, first period mistake will never be mistake till 12th period. You are getting na?
Yeah.
You're getting na? This is what I'm telling. So
Correct, sir. Yeah.
first period mistake will never be till 12th period mistake. So in between you'll already would have identified, you would have already fixed. So mostly last quarter mistake you have to adjust in the special period most of the time. Is that clear what I'm telling?
Yes, sir. I got you. Yeah.
You got it now. So this is about, anybody has any doubt, please ask. Anybody has any doubts with respect to fiscal year? So you are getting idea how you have to ask the information, how to do the requirement gathering from the business. Otherwise tomorrow you'll, if you are giving the demo, you are giving the workshop and you don't know how to ask the questions, what information you need to collect to the business. Then if you are not asking right question, you will not get right information. If you don't have right information, you will not be able to prepare the right blueprint. If your blueprint is not rightly prepared, then your config will not be rightly done. Okay, so
Yeah,
you need
all
to know. Yeah,
equipment all is asked by like from like since we are like as a normal like junior level, right, sir? So this will be asking or the senior persons will be asking.
see right now, see there is nothing called junior and senior. Okay, anytime anybody can be asked to do the job. You're getting now. So here anybody can be asked to do the job here in SAP. So you don't think only senior will be there, junior will not be involved. No, I have seen junior people are handling whole module also. I have seen they're getting na whole module they will be
Yes.
handling.
Okay.
So it is completely depends on resource availability. If you go in a small domestic company, there will be junior resource will be doing whole implementation. You're getting, because small domestic companies, they don't want to pay more money They don't want to more money to do implementation. So what happened, the domestic company which has taken that implementation responsibility, they also can't afford high experienced consultants, right? So they will also hire some moderate kind of resource. You're getting a moderate resource they'll hire, and they'll give whole responsibility on them to do the implementation.